Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
That's creepy.
Creepy.
Yes, I like it.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm A-Card, and this is who?
This is Aki Hiraoka.
Movie director and actress. It says it right under her name. And today, what are we talking about? One of your favorite movies that you insisted we do first.
Kôrei.
Ooh,
Yay!
did you all hear that? Kôrei. And in English, it's called Séance on a wet afternoon? On a wet afternoon, but they just call it Séance. And you'll
Séance.
see why. So, do you want to give us the description or should I go first?
You first.
It's about a psychic housewife and her husband who become burdened with a kidnapped girl who escapes her assailant. In the forest, Junko, the wife, will not let her husband call the hospital or the police for purely selfish reasons because she's a medium, right? She has to do her psychic work. The girl dies while still in their house, and her ghost begins to haunt not only Junko, but also her husband, Sato, played by Kôji Yakusho. Ooh, spooky. They messed up. All right, now for our Japanese listeners, Aki will do the Japanese version.
ではストーリー読みます。ストーリー。霊能力を持つ純子を愛し、彼女との平凡な暮らしを夢見る録音技師、勝彦。ところが彼女がその能力をある少女誘拐事件を解決するために利用したことがきっかけで、恐ろしい事態を引き起こしてしまう。はい。
Wow, yes, hi indeed. Why did you want to do this movie first? Why must this be the first movie we do for our first episode?
Because this is my most favorite Japanese horror film.
Really? Out of the 53 movies that I made a list of, this is your favorite?
Yes, I think so.
I'm assuming because when you were... this came out in 2000, so you and I were 12 years old?
Yeah, I'm 12 years old.
Wow. So this isn't a movie that was in the theater. This was a TV movie, a movie they made for the TV. So watching it looks kind of scary, but it's old now. So it looks kind of like, but back then you must have been scared to go in your closet or your room or the bathroom.
Yeah.
So why did you like this movie when you were a kid? What about this movie made it your favorite? It must have some meaning to you.
When I see ghost in this film, なんか I don't feel negative image. I don't feel negative image from them, and I feel like more sadness, and I like tragedy. I like tragedy, I think.
Tragic films?
Yeah, tragic films, and and I can feel sadness from this film because ghost. How can I say? Ghost doesn't hurt people. They just exist.
You know what? I'm gonna do an Aki. This reminds me of a movie where a ghost is hurt and they don't want to hurt the living person they don't know, but they're hurting. What movie was that I'm thinking of? You know the movie I'm talking about, don't you? Is this like your movie? Is this where you draw inspiration for your movie they are watching? Or it's tragedy? It's not a ghost who wants to hurt somebody, but a ghost who has been hurt and wants help to like not revenge, but be at peace. Yeah.
I think ghosts want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hurt people, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
They just have so much power, they do it on accident.
Yeah, that's right. So
That's true. Are you spiritual? Do you believe in ghosts? In Japan it's everywhere. They I think Japanese people believe in spirits very much so. I do. I think it's one of those things that are very mysterious and they're still studying it.
Yeah, I believe it. I think I want to believe ghosts.
Yeah, me too. It's an interesting subject. That's why this movie is very interesting indeed, because Sato's played by Kôji Yakusho, who I should introduce. The actors in the film are let me see here. Yes, we have two actors. So we have Kôji Yakusho and who else was it? Jun Fubuki? Is that the actress, Jun Fubuki?
Yes.
And her character's name is Junko, so I was confusing the two when I was taking my notes. I'm like, Junko, I'm like, huh? They just used her same name pretty much. So yeah, so the Sato is one of the main characters, the husband, Kôji Yakusho, and then we have Jun Fubuko, who's the wife, also the psychic with, I believe she has a partner or she's working with the investigating police station at the beginning of the film and then later on in the movie. So for those of you who don't know, Kôji Yakusho, he has played in Pulse, Cure, World of Kanako, and this film, which we're talking about, Kôrei, or Séance. And then Jun Fubuki, I didn't know, she also played in Pulse, which we're going to be talking about later on in our series, and Hayao Miyazaki's Ghibli films, Tales from Earthsea, From Up on Poppy Hill, and my favorite anime, The Tale of Genji. So she does a lot of animation voice work, I guess. She's 70 years old now, by the way. Wow.
Really?
A very wise person now. And who else? The director. Who's the director, Aki?
Kurosawa Kiyoshi.
And for those who didn't understand, that was Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
Yeah, Kiyoshi.
The names are backwards, guys, in Japan. What movies has he made that you have seen?
I watched Cure.
Cure
And Kaido. Oh, how can I say in English? Pulse.
Yes, Pulse, Cure and Pulse, and some other horror movies that I don't have on our list. There were some other interesting ones like Doppelganger, and actually there is a doppelganger in this movie. There is one scene where we have a doppelganger of Sato, which was crazy. It was a crazy thing. So yeah.
He made not only horror, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah, and he is very famous.
So is Kôji. Kiyoshi and Kôji are very, very famous people in entertainment in Japan.
Kiyoshi Kurosawa, ne? Kiyoshi Kurosawa. He won. Do you know Venezia Film Festival? Venezia International Film Festival. Venezia? Venice.
Venice. Oh, the Venice film, not Cannes, but Venice.
Yes,
I
Venice.
don't. I think maybe I do. There's a lot of film festivals where I try to watch these movies because they're always interesting. But he won an award, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
What? Oh, 2 years ago.
Mm.
Okay. What film? What film won that award?
Wife of Spy. Wife of Spy?
Oh, Wife of a Spy. Is this a Japanese film?
Yes.
Oh. See, I wish I could attend film festivals so I can see all these movies from around the world.
Mm.
Have you ever been to a film festival?
Eh, uh,
Have you? You
uh,
attend a film festival?
yes.
I
So you
think on your Instagram you have a picture. You're at a film festival or something.
in London.
Oh, wow! Lucky you. Yeah, guys, follow her Instagram. I will put that in the description. Check out where she's going, what she's doing, and where she's been. It's crazy. Finally, we get to the person who's haunting their house, like halfway in the movie. Like the little girl finally comes in the movie. The bad luck. But throughout the movie, Junko. The movie was a little bit difficult for me to understand at first because I didn't know what was going on in the beginning. I thought she was trying to write a book. That's what I thought, and the guy said, no, we don't want your book. But it's actually a police station where they're using Junko to help solve an investigation. And I've seen some movies like that, not many, where they try to use a psychic to see where the body is, or to have like a, ooh, look at this, a ram's head pentagram, and then it's like, oh, I can feel the spirit. It's in the dark, cold woods, lonely, or something like that, just from holding an item that belonged to the victim. Like the little girl had a little hairpiece. So then I understood the movie. I was like, oh, okay, I see. So it's a unique kind of thriller mystery. Like, and the end is like, what? It's a 180. It's like, no, I thought it was gonna have a scary ending. I mean, kind of scary and kind of like, wow.
Do you think it's horror film?
It's like a horror. It is. It is because it's in the horror genre. If you look online, it's like a mystery thriller. I wouldn't say it's horror because there's no blood, but there's ghosts. What do you think? Do you think it's a horror movie?
Kind of horror movie.
Exactly. Kind of.
It's more like suspense. Suspense.
Yeah. It's a suspense thriller.
Yeah, suspense thriller. Yeah, I think suspense thriller.
So I'm seeing in Japanese horror, there's a lot of using ghost girls with long black hair like Juan or Kayako. Is it Kayako? The Ringu?
リング is Sadako.
Ko. Their names start with Ko. Sadako. Kayako. I mean, almost the same. Do you think those movies inspire these female ghosts?
I searched about this situation. Maybe
that's good.
Yes. Kôrei is made in
2000.
2000.
2 years after The Ring and The Grudge. That's what we call those movies in America, guys.
Then, 1991, I studied J4 film a little bit, and 1991, 本当にあった怖い話 It's model of Japanese horror. Maybe.
Okay.
1991. Yeah, and then after that, people established Japanese horror. So maybe I've never seen 本当にあった怖い話 1991's film. I've never seen this film, but maybe at first the film made kind of like
Like you can't see her face, so it's really scary. It's like, what is that person?
and maybe I think she had long hair and then yeah.
She just had a bad day and she didn't want to see anybody. She was having a bad undead week.
So, do you know Saw? Splatter film. So,
Saw, yes.
I like first one and the second one, but after that,
It's kind of like, eh.
no,
Yeah.
not bad, but not bad, but
Yeah. The first two were great. And then, like Paranormal Activity, the first two were pretty good. And then after that, they're like, eh. Not so much. Now they just want the money. Actually, I think a lot of movies are not so good anymore. So independent movies are pretty good. Can you explain what goes on in the movie? I made a lot of notes. So, because I just watched it today. Yeah, because I think maybe it's better because it's fresh in my head and I can talk about it and try to remember, like, huh? I don't remember that.
Me too. I watched it again last night.
Oh, ooh, yeah, right before bed. Oh, oh scary. So yeah. So let me ask: in Japan, do police sometimes use psychic to solve a murder, to help solve a murder, or is it just a movie? What do you like about this movie?
I like sound. I like sound from this film, and I think this movie director used sound very effectively.
Effectively. Is that what you're trying to say? You were doing good. You're doing good.
Effectively.
Let's say it together. So today on Learning English with Anthony, we have effectively.
Effectively.
Oh,
Effectively. Yeah. Yeah, the movie director used sound very effectively. For example, even if we hear wind sound like go, no, nothing happened, but I feel very scared. So I don't know why.
It's like in the beginning of the movie, Junko is at the police station sitting down by herself waiting for her friend. And when she's sitting there, you can hear it's like a humming, like a just of silence, like the ambiance. That's the ambiance. It's very and she's alone. She's lonely, so no one else. So it's very vulnerable. You feel like something could happen because you're by yourself in the daytime. In the daytime, why is it scary? But like that.
Yeah.
And then behind her, there's a black shadow. A scary black ghost is behind her, just like sitting against the wall. But I don't know what the purpose of the black shadow is. It's you only see it once, and you see some other ghosts, like in the restaurant. There's this a prostitute. I don't know, wearing a red dress, like the poster, the ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a prostitute because that was sitting next to the businessman that knew her, and maybe he killed her. I don't know. I don't know, but she sees him, and It's just silence. The sound is what I'm trying to say is the sound is pretty effective because you can have a quiet scene and then you can hear her breath and all it sound is what makes the movie work. Music and sound effects. And her husband Sato Kôji is a sound designer who records sound effects for documentaries and movies. I think movies, maybe just documentary. I wasn't. I don't know. So that's fun.
And I also like wide shot. You also maybe said
Yeah,
there are so many wide shot.
of emptiness.
No emptiness, and the emptiness equal sadness. I mean, I feel like loneliness.
If you've lived life, I think everybody can make a connection. Yeah. I could feel it. I could feel it. So it was really powerful camera shot. And what else did you take? Did you take notes too?
A little bit, but more. I already.
You already know this movie, so
Yeah, I made notes, but I already say I already said everything.
oh wow. Okay, then it's my turn. So
You have
let
a
me
lot
see.
of notes.
So yes, I do because I haven't seen this film, so I want to make sure I get everything that I notice. So is Junko a psychic working independent? It looks like she's an independent psychic who works from home. Because I saw there was a woman in her house when Sato comes home, and there's this girl who's talking to Junko, like she gave her like something. She's like, "Oh, can you sense his presence? Can you talk to him?" And then she's like, and then the table starts shaking. Is she really a psychic, or is she pretending? Because we're gonna get to the end of the movie, but once I saw the end of the movie, I'm wondering, is she really a psychic or was she lying?
I think he is. No, I think she is real psychic. A little bit psychic. She has a little bit psychic.
Oh, that's true because she sees the ghost. Okay, yeah. You're right. She sees the ghosts in the movie, so yeah, she is a psychic.
Yeah,
but I wonder sometimes if maybe her psychic abilities don't always work. She pretends like she shakes the table or something. Oh. I don't know. That's just my theory. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking too much. But when she does the séance in her house, she connects with that woman in the beginning. So she's working from home, I guess. She's like freelance. Somebody can hire her to help them connect with the dead. But people at home, if you talk to the dead, you might curse yourself, so be careful. There was that heavy bass humming. Sato works as a sound designer and catches something eerie on his recording. So when Sato's at work, his colleague Yazaki, I think it was Yazaki, is his colleague's name. He's like, "Oh, I hear something on here. You should listen. It's a voice." And he listens to it. I couldn't really hear it, but because I had to wear both headphones. But it was scary. That's scary how the Kiyoshi sound designer can make that simple sounds I could do, but it makes it scary. Like, oh, it sounds real. Like they're so good with the sound design. It sounds real. That's what scares me. Yeah, and then after that, his colleague is sick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, uh-oh. what so many ghosts in this movie that you only see once and they have no connection to the story. Which is like, what? What happened? Did his colleague die or what? But yeah, then I think after that they both seem I think they're working class. So Sato and Junko in Japan, Aki, this is a question for you.
Okay.
Do the husband and the wife, well, you're not married, but maybe you know. Do they bring work home, or is there a separation between work life and family life? Or is it together?
I I think it depends on jobs. Depends on job, but my my ex-boyfriend often took
She had an ex-boyfriend.
boyfriend often took a job in my house at home, and then yeah, he often worked at home.
Ah, yes.
Mm,
That sounds pretty common though in Asia, that the man is constantly working from home, and he shouldn't be.
Sometimes, yeah, weekend.
Oh no. It's like, hey honey, so what are we doing today? Hello, I'm here. Hello. Hello. That seems to be going on though in the movie. In Kôrei. It seems the husband also works at home. Because I saw in the basement? Yeah, in the basement or upstairs, there's a sound studio that he has at home that he records. And I'm like, oh man, he's working at home too. So that's why I asked that question.
I see.
Ah, yes, there's a scene in the movie where they talk about getting a new TV.
New TV.
Yes, this has nothing to do with the plot. It was just, because the movie's from like what, 2000, they're like talking about getting a new TV. We should get a new TV so we can hear your sound work and see what you did in the documentary with the sound. And like, okay, we'll get a new surround sound system, a TV with stereo. Yeah. I was like, okay. That's very common now. We have TVs with stereo now. June, later on, she ends up getting a job because she's not a psychic all the time. She doesn't get paid for that. So she works at a restaurant, and then she starts seeing ghosts at work. The woman in the red dress. It seems that she wants to have a normal life, but she can't stop seeing apparitions. That's another name for a ghost, an apparition.
Apparition.
Yes, so it seems to be bothering her even when she's at work. So anywhere she goes, she cannot get away from paranormal visions, even in public. So yeah, it seems like ghosts haunt people because they want to tell them something, but they cannot speak. So they try to. It's a very complicated thing when you're dead. We'll talk to a ghost about that later.
Yeah, I don't know why she quit. I don't know why she quit the restaurant job. You think?
Oh, I didn't notice that. You're right. Probably because of the stuff that happened.
Stuff.
The situation, what was going on. Because she was seeing ghosts at work. It was probably, she didn't think that was going to happen. So maybe that was just like, I can't get away from the dead. I can't. I might as well stop working. When did she quit?
When?
Yeah. Was it before they found the girl?
And before she found the girl, maybe.
Okay. Maybe. Man, I didn't notice that. Thank God you did. There was so much going on in the movie. I kept pausing, taking notes, pausing. Yeah. She did. And you don't know why she quit her job, but that's probably why. And that's 27 minutes into the movie where she starts working. So a lot's going on already. So at 27 minutes in, I said Sato and Jun are in the kitchen chatting, but also the camera goes back and forth. So there's a shot in the movie at 27 minutes where Jun and Sato are in the kitchen making dinner, and the camera goes left, right, and there's a mirror that I keep looking at because I think there's going to be a ghost. You know, at one place there's nothing, nothing, and then boom, there's a ghost in the background. What? But no ghost. But it's not important. But for me, I expected to see something, but I think the director wants you to think that you're going to see a ghost at some point, but nothing. So you never know when they're going to come.
Wow, you watched better. You watched the movie better than me.
I love films. I love stories. I love a good story.
Wow.
So I think this was a good TV made movie. Especially for the quality. It was really suspenseful. Even a kid could watch this. There was no blood at all. But in the description of the movie, it says that she's kidnapped. But wait. Oh my God, Aki. No.
What happened?
Sato talks to a little girl on the swing. He says, "Hey, your mommy is sick. Do you want to see her at the hospital? She's dying."
Oh, you remember?
Yes.
You remember that
And
scene.
then she gets in the car and he drives crazy. And I'm like, okay. Did he kidnap her?
No. I mean, wait. So
yes, Sato kidnapped a little girl.
No. No, because
then why would he tell her that her mom's dying? I'd never even seen that girl. I don't know that little girl.
No, there is a criminal person. How can I say? There is a criminal person. Murder, kidnapper.
Okay.
Yeah. No Sato, not Sato. There is a kidnapper. Policeman ran.
Oh. Was that the criminal? He tries to grab the bag, and then there's a rope on the. He tries to steal it.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember that.
And then
I thought, was that not Sato?
Not Sato.
I thought that was Sato because I couldn't really see the face, but I thought it was him.
No.
Are you sure?
Maybe because finally.
You know what? I'm going to my history. I'm going back to YouTube real quick to look at this. We need to solve this mystery. No.
Because finally he.
Finally.
Finally.
To me.
The kidnapper. 捕まる. How can I say?
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Come on, fighting. Let's go.
Catch. Okay. Police catch the kidnapper. Finally. Do you remember the scene?
Yes, they caught him in the. He falls, and these metal rods fall on him like construction. Fall on him. Is he dead? Is he alive?
Maybe alive. He is alive. Right? No.
I don't know. It didn't show him after that. I didn't see him again after that.
Because police says he is still alive, but unconscious? How can I be
Yes,
unconscious?
he's unconscious.
Maybe police said that. So kidnapper and Sato is another person.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Mm.
Wow, I thought that was Sato. I was gonna say, he's the one who kidnapped her. No wonder they're being haunted. But no, that's not the case. So we solved it. Aki solved it. Wow, interesting. So it's not him. That would have been awesome, though. That would have made it solved the whole mystery. So the little girl, random girl, the kidnapper takes. Was it in the forest? Is she in the forest where she was hidden? Because that's where Sato's recording like wind being blowing, and then she gets in the sound case, like the black case, and she's left there. I thought she died. I assume she's just gonna die after 2 days, but she was still alive. And but why wouldn't? So once they go, so eventually Sato and Jun go in the garage, because the wife has like a pink handkerchief, a napkin, something she's holding on to, and she gets a vision that there's somebody scared and lonely in the house. And then they find her in the garage. When they open it up, they're like, oh my god, she's dead. But she's not dead. Which is confusing because I thought she was dead 3 times. So eventually she dies. But Aki, why doesn't Sato and Junko call the police? I couldn't figure it out. Is it because there's an investigation for this little girl?
I don't know. Just they're creepy people. Crazy.
Crazy. Well, okay. So the kidnapper took the little girl before she goes to Sato's house. So, yeah. So the investigation, they're looking for the little girl before Sato and Junko find her. So that's why they don't want to call the police. Because then they're going to be like, oh shit, this little girl's in our house, and they're going to think we kidnapped her. And I'm a psychic, so now, oh great, this doesn't look good. Because she's been helping solve this crime. So they're going to think she staged it, like it's fake, like, oh, she kidnapped her so she could get some kind of money from this, and it doesn't look good for them. So I guess that's why. Wow. What would you do? Would you call the police?
Of course.
I guess they can only take your word. They'd say, oh, but what if you kidnapped her? We don't know that. But how does she die, Aki? Remember how she dies?
Yes, I remember, but I couldn't understand. I mean, because Sato tried to do like that.
Yeah, cover her mouth.
Cover mouth.
Yeah,
maybe
because one of the police officers come over to talk to Junko.
It's the reason. It's a reason.
A liaison, an investigator, police, whatever. I don't know anything.
But he said, but Sato said she is sleeping.
Not Sato. Junko said Sato is sleeping.
Sato, how is the girl? And then Sato said, she's
sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's sleeping forever. she's sleeping forever now. Because he covered her mouth too, like he covered it too tight. He didn't know he didn't know he was killing her until after she was dead. So
So,
this
Sato,
this movie's getting crazier. It's turning into a horror thriller
so
because they didn't
Sato
want to get
killed,
caught
so Sato killed the girl.
on accident.
Mm,
Because he didn't want the officer to hear her making noise, and then they're like, "Oh, who's upstairs?" And then he's like, "Oh shit, they're gonna think I kidnapped her." Great. So he covered her mouth too tight to make sure no noise escapes, and he didn't know he killed the little girl. What's her name? The little girl's name is
maybe no name だよ. Maybe no, I think.
I thought she said the name. One of the investigators asks if that's Yoko. So yeah, near
Yoko?
the so well, first of all, before that girl dies, they try to figure out how they can get rid of the girl so they don't get in trouble. Like Junko suggests there's an abandoned scary house they can leave the girl at nighttime. And then they say, "Oh, I feel the girl is in an abandoned house. So let's go there." And then, hey, ta-da, yay, the day is saved, everything's solved. But no, she's dead now. And then she gets mad at Sato. "You're ruining my plans. Why?" And now they have a dead girl. They bury her. It gets crazy. So, I don't know how the police investigation found the body. I don't know how they found it in the forest. I don't know. But they find the body. And they question Junko and ask her if they know where it is. And she says, "Oh, it's in the forest." And then the guy says, "Oh, you're pretending." But why?
Oh, because she pretended the girl, and then she said, I'm so cold because I'm in I'm in underground. How can I say? I'm I'm in sand. I'm in sand.
Dirt.
Yeah.
I don't think they're at the beach. Maybe.
Sand is beachy. So yeah,
Yes.
so she said, I'm still cold. I'm still cold. But the police said, oh, she is not underground now. She is already found out and then picked up. And then
dug up. They undug the hole and found her.
and
But
then Sato said, it's over. Right? Maybe.
Yes, it's over. That's the mystery right now. See, that's what I'm curious about. Because because she was holding on to the girl's the little yellow flower for her hair, the little rubber band, what do you call it, headband or something. She was holding on to it when the police were talking to her. So I forgot, does she show them this or does she not? I forgot.
Maybe
But
does she not?
because then in the end her husband says, "What are you holding in your hand?" And then she shows them. So maybe that gives it away. How did she get that? She can't get that unless she was with the girl. So
mystery.
That's the mystery part of the movie. She ruined her life. There goes her career. And that's what happened to the little girl. The little girl got justice, so her spirit can be free now. Unfortunately, she died. Yeah. But throughout the movie, after she dies, Junko and Sato start seeing her ghost. It has dirt on her hand. Like there's a scene where he's in at his office in the basement looking for an audio cable, and she opens the door, and then she has like moss and dirt on her hands, and she touches him like she's cursing him or something. And I don't know. And then they're at the beach. Like I guess Sato puts Junko in a hotel because she needs to get away because the house is haunted. Now the house is haunted. But still, the ghost is following them everywhere. And at the restaurant, remember the restaurant?
Yes,
It's like the little hand over the shoulder. He's
I
like,
love
oh,
it.
that I don't know if that's green screen, where they just have green screen the body, or it's just like that. But it's so creepy.
Yeah.
It's very Japanese to just see a body part. Like Juan, where the hand comes out of the hair, the back of the woman's head. Or so I was like, what in the world? Creepy Japanesey. But yeah, it's stuff like that that make a movie scary. It doesn't have to have blood. It can just be something eerie, like something so abnormal, so strange, like, oh, that could be my house. Or that could happen in the public. Oof.
Yeah.
Scariest number one Japanese horror movie.
Mm, prediction. Prediction.
Prediction.
Prediction.
It's from J Horror Theater.
Yeah.
Ah, yes,
I
that's going to
love
be
it.
one of the two J horror movies that we're going to be talking about. I think that's going to be in this season. I think that's coming up soon. Mm. So yes,
Can't wait.
that is the movie Kôrei, or the Séance. And now you know why it's called Séance, because the psychic woman Junko can perform a séance to connect with the dead people.
I see. Séance.
Yes, that's what a séance is, where you're in a room at a table summoning the dead, and then they speak through the psychic's mouth. Like a lot of the American paranormal movies with demons. Too many American horror movies with paranormal. Like zombies. Blech. I don't really like zombie films.
Oh, really?
Maybe Train to Busan, but that's Korean. Or Day of the Dead. George Romero, very
Yeah,
famous
yeah, yeah.
zombie movie. Day of the Dead, 1987. It's from the 80s. One of
Wow.
my favorite zombie movies. Well, next, it's a
Next.
movie Aki introduced to me that looks really cool. It's one of those movies you're like, well, that's a weird concept. So it was in 1972. The Inugami family.
Oh, Inugami family.
Yes. And I think there's not a sequel, but there's a remake in 2006 the director did, called The Inugami Clan. Just a different name, same story, just modern. He made that movie before he died. So that was his last film. Wow, rest in peace. And I guess there's books or comic based on the Inugami family.
I think I'm not
There's like
sure.
it's like death of the Inugami family, Inugami clan, and then other. And I was looking at that, but we'll talk about that in our next video. So I have to do some research on this next one. It's going to be a big one.
Oh, it's from novel.
Oh yeah, you're right. So
Anyway,
watch.
Kôrei Séance also is from novel. Maybe.
Oh, it's from a novel, maybe.
Not maybe.
That's what I gotta say. You hear me? Yeah, we got at least 53 well, now this is the first one. So now we have 52 more horror movies, maybe even more. I don't know. Aki knows a lot more horror movies than I can find on Google. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be bring a body bag, bring a noose, bring a knife, bring your bring a bucket of blood, because it's going to get messy in this YouTube channel. She doesn't look like she likes blood and gore, does it? She looks too innocent, right? No, Aki's crazy. She's a murderer. Until next time, we will see everybody on the other side. Peace.